I still remember the day my father said to me, "Walter, you're going to realize I was right, but it's going to be too late." His words have stuck with me for decades, and I've spent my whole life trying to understand what he meant. I'm Walter, 78 years old, and I'm about to share with you a story that will reveal one lesson that has taken me a lifetime to learn. I grew up in a small town in Ohio in the 1950s. My family didn't have much, but my father worked hard to provide for us. He was a strict man with high expectations, and I often felt like I was disappointing him. I had a best friend, Jimmy, and we would spend our summers exploring the woods, fishing, and getting into all sorts of trouble. But my father didn't approve of Jimmy. He thought he was a bad influence. One summer, when I was 16, my father sat me down and told me I had to make a choice. I had to either focus on my studies and get a scholarship to go to college, or I could work at the local factory and make a living wage. He said if I chose the factory, I would be throwing my life away. I remember feeling so angry and trapped, like my whole future was being decided for me. I told him I would go to the factory just to spite him. But here is what I never told anyone. My father's words cut deep, and I felt like I was proving him right. I started working at the factory, and it was hard labor, long hours, and low pay. I felt like I was stuck in a rut, and I couldn't see a way out. Jimmy and I would still hang out, but he was going to college, and I could see the difference it was making in his life. I started to realize that my father had been right, but I was too proud to admit it. As the years went by, I struggled to make ends meet, and I felt like I was failing my family. I got married, had kids, and worked multiple jobs just to provide for them. But I was never happy. I felt like something was missing. I would look at my father, and I could see the disappointment in his eyes. I knew he was thinking, "I told you so." But here is what I never told anyone. I was so angry with my father for being right. I felt like he had ruined my life, like he had taken away my choices. I didn't speak to him for years, and when I did, it was always strained. I regret that now, because I realized that he was only trying to help me. It wasn't until my father passed away that I started to understand what he was trying to tell me. I was going through his old letters and papers, and I found a note he had written to me. It said, "Walter, I know you think I'm being hard on you, but it's because I want the best for you. I want you to have a better life than I did." I broke down in tears because I finally understood. The lesson I've learned is that our parents often know what's best for us, even if we don't want to listen. They've lived through more, they've made mistakes, and they want to spare us the pain. My father was trying to tell me that the choices we make when we're young can affect the rest of our lives. He was trying to guide me towards a better future, but I was too stubborn to listen. But here is what I never told anyone. It's never too late to learn from our mistakes. I've spent my whole life trying to make up for the choices I made when I was young. I've worked hard, and I've provided for my family, but I've also learned to appreciate the value of education and the importance of following your dreams. Now, I'm 78 years old, and I finally understand what my father was trying to tell me. His words, "Walter, you're going to realize I was right, but it's going to be too late," still haunt me. But I've come to realize that it's never too late to learn, to grow, and to appreciate the wisdom of those who came before us. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening to my story. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and join me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. As I reflect on the lessons I've learned, I'm reminded of the countless individuals who have shaped me into the person I am today. My grandparents, with their unwavering love and support, taught me the importance of family and tradition. My parents, with their struggles and sacrifices, showed me the value of perseverance and determination. And my friends, with their unique perspectives and experiences, have broadened my understanding of the world and its complexities. But it's not just the people in my life who have contributed to my growth. The books I've read, the places I've visited, and the challenges I've overcome have all played a significant role in shaping my worldview. I've come to realize that life is a journey, not a destination, and that every experience, no matter how big or small, has the potential to teach us something new. As I look back on my story, I'm struck by the realization that it's not just about me. It's about all of us, and the interconnectedness that binds us together. We're all on this journey of self-discovery, navigating our own paths, and learning from our own experiences. And yet, despite our differences, we're all united by a common humanity, a shared desire to learn, to grow, and to make a positive impact on the world. I think about the words of my grandmother, who used to say that the greatest gift we can give to others is our presence. Not our presence, not our possessions, but our presence. Being fully engaged, fully attentive, and fully alive in the moment. It's a lesson that has stuck with me, and one that I try to carry with me every day. As I continue on this journey, I'm excited to see where it takes me. I'm excited to meet new people, to learn new things, and to explore new places. But I'm also grateful for the journey that has brought me to this point. I'm grateful for the struggles, the setbacks, and the successes. Because it's through these experiences that I've come to understand the value of resilience, the importance of gratitude, and the power of forgiveness. And so, as I close this chapter and begin the next, I want to leave you with a sense of hope and possibility. I want to remind you that no matter where you are in your journey, it's never too late to make a change, to pursue your dreams, and to live the life you've always wanted. It's never too late to learn, to grow, and to appreciate the wisdom of those who came before us. And it's never too late to share your own story, to connect with others, and to make a positive impact on the world. So, I invite you to join me on this journey, to share your own experiences, and to learn from one another. Let's walk this path together with empathy, compassion, and understanding. Let's support each other, lift each other up, and celebrate our differences. And let's never forget the wisdom of those who came before us, who paved the way for us, and who continue to inspire us to this day. Thank you again for listening, and I look forward to sharing more of my story with you in the future. As I sit here reflecting on the journey that has brought me to this moment, I am filled with a sense of gratitude and humility. I think about all the people who have touched my life, who have helped shape me into the person I am today. My family, my friends, my mentors, each one of them has played a role in my story, and I am so thankful for their presence in my life. I think about the struggles I've faced, the challenges I've overcome, and the lessons I've learned along the way. I think about the times I felt lost and alone, and the times I felt seen and heard. And I think about the moments that have defined me, that have helped me discover my purpose and my passion. As I look back on my journey, I am reminded that it's not just about me, it's about all of us. It's about the collective human experience, with all its ups and downs, its triumphs and tragedies. It's about the ways in which we are connected, the ways in which we are all part of something much bigger than ourselves. I think about the people who are still struggling, who are still searching for their place in the world. I think about those who are feeling lost and alone, who are struggling to find their voice and their sense of purpose. And I want them to know that they are not alone, that they are seen and heard, that they are valued and loved. I want to tell them that it's okay to not have all the answers, that it's okay to stumble and to fall. I want to tell them that it's okay to be vulnerable, to be open and honest about their fears and their doubts. And I want to tell them that it's okay to ask for help, to seek out support and guidance from those around them. Because the truth is, we are all in this together. We are all on this journey of life, with all its twists and turns, its ups and downs. And we all need each other. We all need to support and uplift each other, to celebrate our differences, and to embrace our shared humanity. So let's do that. Let's come together and lift each other up. Let's create a world that is filled with love and compassion, with kindness and empathy. Let's create a world that is just and equitable, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and to reach their full potential. And let's never forget the wisdom of those who came before us, who paved the way for us, and who continue to inspire us to this day. Let's honor their legacy, let's build on their foundation, and let's create a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. As I close this chapter of my story, I want to leave you with a sense of hope and optimism. I want to leave you with a sense of possibility, with a sense that anything can happen, that anything can be achieved. And I want to leave you with a sense of connection, with a sense that we are all in this together, that we are all part of something much bigger than ourselves. So thank you again for being part of my journey, for listening to my story, and for being a source of support and inspiration. I look forward to continuing this journey with you, to seeing where life takes us, and to exploring the many wonders and possibilities that lie ahead.